Imagine standing at the precipice of transformation, where your inner world is on the verge of a breakthrough. The air around you hums with a quiet anticipation, a knowing that reality is malleable, waiting to be reshaped by your dominant inner belief. This is the realm of the law of assumption, where identity precedes evidence and assumption crafts the blueprint of your experience. You are not waiting for something to happen outside. You are here to realize that within you lies the power of creation. It is not about trying, not about doing, not about striving. It is about being. You are not the seeker, you are the creator. Do not chase the world. Instead, let your inner state radiate outward. Consider the gardener who does not demand the seed to grow by sheer force, but rather nurtures it with the quiet assurance that it will unfold in its own time. The gardener knows that the soil holds the promise of bloom. So too your heart is the fertile ground where assumptions take root. The seed of your assumption, when held steadfast, reorganizes the circumstances of your life. This is not a capricious magic. It is the deliberate application of a principle as timeless as the stars. Yet why do so many falter? Why do manifestations seem elusive? It is because most dwell in doubt rather than faith, in lack rather than fullness. They react to the outer instead of standing firm in the inner. They live in a performance of desperation, seeking proof outside themselves, forgetting that the outer is merely a reflection of the inner state. You do not need to look for signs. You are the sign. Your inner conversation is the ceaseless dialogue that shapes reality. Most are unaware of this dialogue, allowing it to run wild, like untamed vines. This inner chatter is the whispering force that molds your fate. What stories are you telling yourself? What beliefs are you nurturing within? Reality is not crafted by effort. It is the embodiment of your innermost convictions, held quietly, yet firmly. To those who wonder why their dreams remain unfulfilled, look within. What is the nature of your inner dialogue? Is it aligned with your desired state of being, or is it scattered and reactive? The law of assumption operates always, whether you direct it or not. Are you moving through life unconsciously, reacting to appearances, or are you deliberately crafting your destiny with every thought, every assumption? This is not an abstract or distant truth. It is the living, breathing principle by which you are already operating, consciously or not. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are the author of your reality. It is not about outer manipulation, but about inner transformation. To assume is to be. To be is to know without seeing. To trust without proof. To embody without external validation. When you speak within, speak with the authority of your chosen state. The inner conversation is the silent architect of your life. And to change your world, you must change this dialogue. When you shift from doubt to faith, from lack to fullness, from seeking to radiating, you align yourself with the creative power that is your birthright. Do not ask if it works. Rather ask if you are directing it with intention. Are you living as the version of yourself that already possesses all you desire? Know this, the universe does not distinguish between a fleeting thought and a sustained assumption. It responds to the latter, reshaping itself around the identity you embody. You are not merely a participant in life, but the director of its grand play. The stage is set within, and the performance is your chosen state of being. In this state you do not seek, you attract. You do not struggle, you allow. Remember the tale of the sculptor who sees the statue within the block of stone. He does not create by adding, but by removing all that is not the statue. Your assumptions are like this. They are not about adding layers of action or effort to your life, but about chiseling away the disbelief, the doubts, and the fears that obscure your true identity. It is a process of revealing, not doing. In the silence of your inner chamber, ask yourself, what am I affirming within? What inner conversations am I entertaining? Are they those of the fulfilled desire or of the unfulfilled want? This is the critical pivot, the shift from lack to fullness. When you embody the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you transcend the appearance of what is and move into the realm of what can be. You move from reaction to creation, from outer to inner. Imagine the craftsman as he molds the clay. His hands work with a certainty that the clay will take the shape he envisions. He does not doubt, he knows. His being, his identity, is that of a creator. Similarly, your identity must align with the desired state. When you speak to yourself, do so with the voice of the one who already is. Speak from the end, not towards it. You are not a passive observer in this life. You are an active participant in the unfolding of your destiny. The law of assumption is your tool, your guide, and it is always operating. This is not a matter of belief, but a fact of existence. The world mirrors your dominant thoughts and feelings. Are you projecting doubt, or are you radiating faith? Are you living in reaction to the world, or are you standing firm in the assumption of your chosen state? Most struggle because they attempt to manipulate the outer world while neglecting the inner. They chase after proof, unaware that the proof must first be found within. The outer is a reflection, a mirror held up to your innermost beliefs and assumptions. When you see a lack, it is not because the world is lacking, but because you are entertaining that lack within. Change the inner dialogue, and the outer will follow suit. This is not about pretending or wishful thinking. It is about choosing to be the version of yourself that already has, already is, already knows. When you align your inner conversation with this state, the world reorganizes itself around you. You move from a stance of seeking to one of radiating, from doubt to certainty, from lack to abundance. Can you see how the universe supports the sustained assumption? How it begins to bend and shape itself to reflect the identity you have chosen? This is the dynamic power of the law of assumption. It is not passive. It is an active engagement with the creative force of the cosmos. When you assume, you do not wait for evidence. You are the evidence. As you walk through life, notice how your reactions begin to soften, how events start to align with the inner state you cultivate. This is the shift from outer manipulation to inner mastery. You are not moved by appearances. You are grounded in your chosen identity. The world, like clay, is shaped by the hands of your inner dialogue. The story of the musician who hears a symphony within, long before it is performed, illustrates this beautifully. The music exists in his mind, fully formed, before a single note is played. He does not doubt its existence because he knows it within himself. Similarly, you must hear the music of your life, the melody of your desires fulfilled within you. It is not about waiting for the world to play your song. It is about knowing the symphony has already begun. You are not merely reacting to the world, you are composing it. Every thought, every feeling, every belief is a note in the grand composition of your life. Are you writing a symphony of fulfillment or a dirge of doubt? To assume is to compose deliberately, to shape the melody of your existence with intention and clarity. Realize that every assumption is a brushstroke on the canvas of your reality. You are not painting by numbers dictated by the world. You are the artist, free to choose the colors of your inner world. The universe responds to the boldness of your vision, to the clarity of your inner picture. When you assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you dip your brush into the palette of infinite possibilities. When doubt creeps in, remember the tale of the traveler who, lost in the desert, finds an oasis not by searching outward, but by trusting his inner compass. The oasis was never an illusion. It was a reality aligned with his unwavering belief. So, too, your desired state exists as surely as the oasis, waiting to be realized through your steady assumption. You do not chase the mirage. You embody the traveler who knows. You do not react to the shifting sands of the outer world. You stand firm in the inner certainty of your destination. This is the power of the law of assumption. It is the compass that guides you, the map that shapes your journey. Ask yourself, what is my inner compass pointing towards? Am I navigating life by reacting to the appearances around me, or am I charting my course by the inner vision I hold? This is not a question of possibility, but of alignment. You are not limited by the outer, you are defined by the inner. Consider the dancer who moves with grace, not because of the stage beneath her, but because of the rhythm within. The world is her stage, but her dance is dictated by the inner music. She is not performing for approval. She is embodying the dance she knows by heart. This is your task, to dance the dance of your desired state, to move with the rhythm of your fulfilled assumption. Let your inner conversation be your guide, your rhythm, your music. Let it be the steady beat that shapes your every step. When you align with this inner rhythm, the world dances to your tune. It is not about forcing the world to change. It is about changing the dance within. The outer must follow the inner, just as the day follows the night. This is the natural order, the divine choreography of life. In this divine choreography, you become the choreographer, the one who decides the steps, the rhythms, the flow. This is not about controlling the outer conditions, but about mastering the inner dialogue. Consider the river that flows effortlessly, carving its path through the landscape. It does not struggle against the rocks or the earth. It simply flows, knowing its direction with certainty. Your inner conversation must flow with the same ease and purpose, shaping the landscape of your life without resistance. It is not about overcoming obstacles through force, but about redirecting the flow of your belief, letting your assumption carve the path forward. You are not at the mercy of the world. The world is at the mercy of your sustained assumption. Reflect on the parable of the seed that grows not by striving, but by aligning with the soil, the sun, and the rain. It does not doubt its growth. It simply unfolds. Its potential is not questioned. It is known. So too, your potential is not outside of you, but within, waiting to be realized through the alignment of your assumption with your identity. When you assume your desired state, you plant the seed within the fertile ground of your consciousness. You do not force it to grow. You nurture it with the light of your inner conviction, the warmth of your unwavering belief. This is not a struggle, but a natural unfolding, an effortless becoming. Ask yourself, are you nurturing the seed of your desire or uprooting it with doubt? Are you aligning with your inner knowing or reacting to the shifting shadows of the outer world? This is the pivotal choice you face daily, to live as the gardener of your destiny or as the wanderer lost in the desert of external appearances. The world will test your assumption, not to defeat you, but to strengthen your resolve, to deepen your faith. Every challenge is an invitation to return to the inner dialogue, to refine your assumption, to deepen your stance. The outer circumstances are merely the shadows cast by the light of your inner state. They are not the reality. They are the echoes of your inner song. In the dance of life, you do not move to the beat of the world. You let the world move to the beat of your assumption. You are not the dancer reacting to the music. You are the music to which the world must dance. This is the power you wield, the authority you hold. Let your inner conversation be the maestro, guiding the symphony of your life. As you stand firm in your assumption, watch as the outer begins to mirror the inner, as circumstances bend and sway to the melody you compose. This is not a passive waiting, but an active creation, a deliberate shaping of reality from the inside out. You are the sculptor, the gardener, the musician, the dancer. You are the creator of your world, not by force, but by the quiet power of assumption held steady within. The world must follow your lead, must reflect the reality you sustain within. This is the law, the enduring truth of your existence. Picture the lighthouse standing resolute against the turbulent sea. It does not waver. It shines its light unwaveringly. It does not demand the waves to calm, but rather guides with a constant beam. This is the essence of your inner state. It is the light that guides the unfolding of your reality, the beacon that attracts your desired outcomes. You do not command the sea. You stand as the lighthouse, illuminating the path with your unwavering assumption. It is not about shouting commands to the storm, but about shining your light steadily, allowing the world to organize itself around your truth. You are not reacting to the storm. You are guiding the ship of your destiny with calm assurance. Understand that your assumption is a lighthouse, a steady presence that shapes the shifting seas of circumstance. The world rearranges itself around the light of your belief, around the constancy of your inner dialogue. When you stand firm in your assumption, you become the axis around which your reality revolves. Reflect on the story of the tree that bends with the wind but does not break. It stands firm, rooted in the earth, yet flexible enough to sway with the breeze. Your assumptions must be like this tree, rooted in certainty, yet adaptable, resilient in the face of change. You do not resist the wind. You let it pass, knowing your roots are strong. Ask yourself, are you standing as the lighthouse or being tossed by the waves? Are you rooted like the tree or uprooted by every gust of doubt? This is your moment to choose the stance of mastery, to embrace the role of creator rather than reactor. You do not need to fight the storm. You need to stand firm in your light. The world will bow to the authority of your inner state, will conform to the shape of your sustained assumption. You are not at the whim of chance. You are the conscious director of your life's unfolding. When you hold your assumption with the steadiness of the lighthouse, the world cannot help but align with your vision. This is not wishful thinking, but a deliberate choice to embody the state you desire. It is the conscious decision to let your inner conversation be the guiding light, the rhythm to which your life orchestrates. As you remain faithful to your assumption, the outer will reflect its truth. In the stillness of your being, find the light of your assumption and let it shine without wavering. Let it be the beacon that draws your desired experiences to you, that shapes the seas to your course. This is the power you hold, the truth you embody. You are the lighthouse in the storm, the constant in the chaos, the certainty in the uncertainty. The world moves to the rhythm of your assumption, aligns to the steady light of your belief. Stand firm in this truth, for it is the foundation upon which your reality is built. Now imagine the artist who paints not from what he sees, but from what he knows within. His canvas does not dictate his vision dictates the canvas. He stands before a blank slate, not with hesitation, but with certainty of what will emerge. This is your role as the creator of your reality, to paint with the colors of your inner conviction, to let the world become the canvas upon which your assumption is expressed. You are not reacting to the blankness of the canvas. You are filling it with the masterpiece of your chosen state. It is not about hoping the canvas will reveal itself, but about knowing the image you hold within, allowing it to manifest through your steady hand. The brush strokes of your assumptions shape the reality that unfolds. Consider the mirror, which reflects not an image of its own, but the image presented to it. The world is your mirror, reflecting back the assumptions you hold within. Do not seek to change the reflection. Change the image you present. When you stand before the mirror of life, what do you see? Is it the reflection of doubt or the embodiment of your fulfilled desire? The mirror does not lie, it merely reflects. The change must occur within, in the image you hold. When you adjust your inner dialogue, the mirror of reality must follow suit. It is not about contorting the reflection. It is about aligning the inner image with your desired outcome. Ask yourself, what image am I presenting to the mirror of life? What colors am I using to paint my reality? Are they the shades of doubt or the hues of certainty? This is the essence of the law of assumption. To craft the inner picture, to hold the vision steady, knowing that the outer must conform to the inner. The world is a canvas, a mirror, a stage. It reflects back the assumption you embody. You are not waiting for the paint to dry before you decide on the next stroke. You are painting with the full confidence of your chosen vision. This is not a rehearsal. This is the performance of your life. When you embrace this truth, you move from being a spectator to being the artist, from reacting to the canvas to commanding it with your vision. The world becomes the masterpiece you create, the reflection of your sustained assumption. You are not a passive participant, you are the deliberate creator. Let your inner dialogue paint the picture of your life with boldness, with clarity, with the authority of one who knows. Stand before the canvas of reality with the assurance that your vision will manifest, that the world will mirror back the image you hold within. This is not about hoping or wishing. It is about knowing, about embodying the state you choose. It is about living as the artist of your destiny, the one who crafts reality with every thought, every assumption, every belief. The world cannot help but reflect the masterpiece you create within. Finally, contemplate the architect who designs the structure before the first stone is laid. He does not question the strength of his design, he knows it within. He sees the completed building in his mind's eye long before it rises from the ground. This is your task as the creator, to design with certainty, to build with conviction, to assume with unwavering faith. You are not waiting for the building to prove its stability. You know the strength lies in the blueprint you hold. The law of assumption is your blueprint, your design for the life you desire. You do not doubt the structure. You trust in the design. The world is your construction site, ready to manifest the design you sustain within. As you hold this blueprint, recognize that the world must align with the intricacies of your design. It is not about adjusting the outer to fit the inner. It is about allowing the inner blueprint to manifest outwardly. The building reflects the architect's vision. Your reality reflects the vision you sustain. Ask yourself, what blueprint am I holding within? Is it the design of doubt or the structure of certainty? This is the foundation upon which your life is built, the plan that shapes your reality. You are not a builder waiting for materials. You are the architect with the design already in hand. Consider the river that flows, carving its path with determination. It does not stop at obstacles, but rather finds a way through, shaping the land around it. Your assumptions are the river, flowing with certainty, shaping the landscape of your life. You are not halted by circumstance. You are defined by the constant flow of your belief. Embrace the role of the architect, the river, the constant creator. You are not a victim of the world. You are the designer of it. The law of assumption is always at work, whether directed with intention or left to wander. It is your conscious engagement with this law that shapes the design of your life. Let your inner dialogue be the blueprint, the river, the guiding force. Stand firm in your assumption, knowing that the world must align with the structure you envision. You are not seeking proof. You are the proof. You are not waiting for validation. You are the validation. As you walk this path, remember the silent power of the architect within you, the unwavering flow of the river of your belief. The world must conform to the blueprint you hold, must shape itself to the assumption you sustain. This is the law, the truth, the essence of your creative power. Test this law, live by it, remain faithful to the assumed state, and watch as the structure of your reality rises to meet your design. You are not alone in this creation. You are the authority, the architect, the river, the one who knows. In closing, embrace the role of the master weaver who interlaces threads with precision, creating a tapestry of beauty that aligns perfectly with the vision held within. The threads of your assumptions weave the fabric of your reality, each strand connected to the greater whole. You are not simply a participant in this weaving. You are the weaver, the one who directs the loom of life. Your inner conversation is the shuttle that moves back and forth, shaping the pattern with each pass. It is not about waiting for the tapestry to reveal itself. It is about knowing the design you hold within, allowing it to manifest through the deliberate weaving of your thoughts. The world is the loom, responding to the patterns you create within. Consider the gardener once more, who tends to his garden with care, knowing that the seeds he plants will yield a harvest. He does not question the soil, but nurtures it, trusting in the process of growth. So too, your assumptions are the seeds you plant within the ground of your consciousness, and the harvest is the reality that unfolds. Understand the power of the silent growth, the unseen unfolding that occurs beneath the surface. The gardener does not dig up the seeds to check their progress. He trusts in their eventual bloom. Your task is to hold your assumption with the same quiet confidence, knowing that the universe is already moving to align with your vision. Ask yourself, what seeds am I planting with my inner dialogue? What tapestry am I weaving with my assumptions? Are they threads of doubt or strands of certainty? This is the choice you face, the power you wield, to weave the reality you desire with the threads of your sustained belief. The universe is your garden, your loom, your canvas. It reflects back the design you hold within, the assumptions you nurture, the identity you embody. You are not at the mercy of fate. You are the creator, the one who shapes the narrative with every thread, every seed, every brushstroke. Embrace the mastery of the weaver, the gardener, the artist, the architect. You are not a passive observer. You are the active creator. The law of assumption is your tool, your guide, your principle. Test it, live by it, let it be the foundation of your reality. As you stand in this truth, know that the universe is already conspiring to support your greatest vision. Remain faithful to the assumed state and watch as the tapestry of your life aligns with the design you hold within. This is not about hoping for change. It is about knowing you are the change. In this knowledge, find peace, find certainty, find the power of creation that is your birthright. Test this law with the quiet confidence of the master weaver and see how the world transforms to reflect the masterpiece you create. You are not a spectator in this life. You are the creator, the one who knows.